Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Book summary introduction. Have you ever noticed that kids learn algebra but not how money really works? In this video, you'll see why schools focus on making employees instead of entrepreneurs, and why teachers just aren't set up to give real-world money classes. You'll discover how to change that at home, starting small but building big habits from childhood through young adulthood. I'll share a fun way to use Monopoly as a teaching tool, explain the surprising reason behind greed, and show you why stuffing your child's wallet with cash isn't the answer. Stick around and learn the simple steps you can take today to help your kids gain the financial edge they'll need for life. Please read or listen or watch till the end of the book summary. This video, including its audio and script, is protected by copyright. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or piracy is strictly prohibited and may result in legal action. Welcome to Educational English Book Summary, Episode 6. In this episode, we'll explore 2013 published book Why A Students Work for C Students and B Students Work for the Government, Rich Dad's Guide to Financial Education for Parents, written by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Why A Students Work for C Students and B Students Work for the Government. Book Summary, Chapter 1. Money Learning Windows. Have you ever thought about the best time to teach a child about money? It might be sooner than you expect. When a child can tell a $1 bill from a $5 bill, they are ready. That simple skill shows they understand value. It starts their journey. Financial learning does not happen in weeks or months. It takes years. The book splits it into 3 windows of learning. Each window fits a different age. Each window has its own needs. A solid financial education adapts to each student's world. The first window is called quantum learning. It runs from birth to around age 12. Young kids learn without effort. Every new event teaches them about life. Around age 4, their brain changes. It splits into 2 halves. One half is more logical, the other is creative. That means they can learn money by doing and by thinking. A fun way to reach both sides of the brain is with games. Monopoly works great. It tests logic. It also sparks creativity. Play with real cash. Let the child buy and sell. Talk about their choices. Ask them why they made each move. That builds skills. The next stage is rebellious learning. It starts around age 12. Kids want to make their own choices then. They test rules. They want to learn what they find useful. Problems can happen. They do not always know the results of bad choices. You can help by sharing your own money stories. Talk about bills. Talk about saving and debt. Show them real examples you have faced. The final stage is professional learning. This happens when young adults go out into the real world. They use the lessons they learned. They start careers. They make real money. This stage shows if they chose the right path. If they need a change, now's the time. They can shift to a new career without major risks. You have seen the 3 windows. You know quantum learning, rebellious learning, and professional learning. Each fits a stage in life. Each has clear goals. You can guide your child in every window. Start early, keep talking, keep playing money games, keep sharing your own money story. That is how a solid financial education adapts to your child's world. Up next, we will explore how to pick the right career path. We will look at simple tips to help young adults find work they love. You will learn what questions to ask. You will see how to adjust if things do not fit. Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Book Summary, Chapter 2. Which quadrant fits you? Have you ever wondered why some people feel stuck in their jobs? What if it's not the job itself, but the quadrant they're in? In the cash flow quadrant, there are 4 sections. Each one shows a different way to earn money. Finding your spot here matters more than picking a single profession. The first quadrant is E for employee. Most of us start here. We work for someone else and get a steady paycheck. It feels safe, but it also brings the heaviest tax load. Next is S for small business or self-employed. Doctors, lawyers, and freelancers live here. They earn by the hour or by fee. It can feel more free, yet it still carries a big tax bill. Then there is B for big business. Think of people like Steve Jobs. They build companies that employ hundreds or thousands. They use systems and teams. Finally, I stands for investor. Think of Warren Buffett. He makes money work for him. He buys companies, stocks, and real estate. Investors in pensions or 401ks do not count here. Real investors find ways to grow wealth on their own. Schools train us for E and S. We learn to study hard. We aim for good grades. That leads to a job with benefits. But those grades make us specialists. Specialists fit E and S. They handle one subject well. Entrepreneurs and investors need a different skill set. They need to see the big picture. They need to connect dots across many fields. Here's an eye-opener. A students often work for the C students. The C students learn to think broadly. They spot trends. They build businesses and make investments. That gives them the power to pay little or no taxes. That brings true financial freedom. You do not have to stay in one quadrant. Many people start as employees, then they move to self-employment. Some jump into big business. A few become full investors. Your path depends on how you earn most of your money. You will learn new skills as you go. Your professional learning shapes your journey. In the next chapter, we will dive into the different types of income. You will learn why some money feels active and other money feels passive. You will discover simple steps to shift your income from one quadrant to another. That way, you can build a life where money works for you. Stay tuned and find out how to make your move in the cash flow quadrant. Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Book summary, Chapter 3. Income you can feel. Have you ever noticed how money can come in different ways? Some cash flows feel tied to work. Others grow on their own. Teaching kids the difference early can change their future. First is ordinary income. This is the paycheck you get for hours worked. It's steady and predictable. Most schools only teach about this kind of money. They show kids how to study hard and earn a salary. But ordinary income faces the highest taxes. Even money in a savings account or a 401k plan can count as ordinary income. The sooner kids learn about taxes, the better they can plan for real life. Next comes portfolio income. You might hear it called capital gains. This is money you make when you sell stocks or bonds. It can grow faster than ordinary income, yet it still carries risk. A diversified portfolio can still feel shaky if all investments sit in one field. Farmers markets, tech startups, and energy stocks can all move up and down together. Kids need to know why spreading money across different fields matters. The third type is passive income. This is real cash flow from assets that put money into your pocket. A classic example is rental property. Think of an apartment building you own. Rent checks come in each month. They flow without hours of work. That income faces the lowest taxes. Passive income is the path to true financial freedom. You can use the game Monopoly to teach passive income. When you build houses and hotels, you create cash flow. Every time someone lands on your property, you collect rent. If you hold on to your cash and never buy properties, you will lose. The game shows why passive income matters more than just saving. Parents play a key role. Teachers often work for ordinary income. They might not know about portfolio or passive income. You can fill that gap at home. Talk about taxes. Show how portfolio gains work. Play Monopoly. Tell stories about real rental properties or small businesses. By teaching these 3 income types, you give kids a real edge. They learn why ordinary paychecks matter less over time. They see how investments can grow wealth. And they grasp why building assets pays off. Start these money lessons now. Your children's future selves will thank you. Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Book Summary Chapter 4. Feeling safe. Have you ever wondered why some people cling to their jobs like life rafts? It all comes down to feeling safe about money. Without a proper money education, many young people leave school lost and worried. They find a job and hold on tight. They fear losing that paycheck more than anything. Back in 1943, Abraham Maslow mapped out our needs in a pyramid. At the bottom are basics like food and shelter. Next up is safety. That includes a steady job, a safe home, and enough resources. Schools help with food and shelter by teaching basic skills, but they skip the part about real money safety. That leaves students anxious about the future. When young people don't feel secure, they act out of fear. You might see CEOs fussing over golden parachutes more than their companies. They want that safety net for themselves. It's not that rich people are greedy by nature. It's that desperation can push anyone to grab more than they need. Real generosity can flourish only when fear is gone. Parents can change this story. Teach kids to find real opportunities at work. Instead of pushing for a part-time job at the mall, look for a mentor. A mentor can pay in experience instead of dollars, or guide them toward a fast food job with many roles. Let them be cashier, cook, janitor, and even shift manager. This variety builds confidence. It shows how a business truly runs. By the time they enter the workforce, they already know how to learn on the job. They feel in control. That sense of control brings true security. It meets Maslow's safety need. It frees them to climb higher in the pyramid. Only then can they reach self-actualization. This is when they chase big dreams, not just paychecks. Giving kids a real financial education is the key. It helps them feel safe about money. It stops desperation from ruling their choices. And it opens the door to their highest goals. That is the power of teaching money early and well. Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Book Summary Chapter 5. Teach to earn. Have you ever seen a child expect a gift for no reason? It can start a habit that lasts a lifetime. Too many kids learn that all they have to do is ask. Then they get whatever they want. That sense of entitlement can hurt them later. Some parents think money shows love. They buy fancy shoes. They buy the latest gadgets. They even buy cars when their kids hit 16. But this teaches kids to ask for a handout. It does not teach them to work. It does not show them how value is created. Schools make it worse. Every kid gets a trophy just for joining a game. They learn that just showing up makes them a winner. That idea feeds the need for easy rewards. Real money is simple. It is a way to trade. You give me work, I give you money. You give me value, I give you a paycheck. It works both ways. The more work you do, the more you earn. Instead of giving kids a set allowance, try a work for pay system. List chores or projects. Tie each task to a reward. If they go beyond what you ask, let them earn extra. This helps them see the link between effort and reward. You can also talk about generosity. Show them why giving their time or help brings value back. When they help a neighbor, they learn kindness and community. That experience builds character far better than a stack of cash. Here's a simple test. Before you hand over money, ask yourself, am I feeding a day's need or am I teaching a lifetime skill? The proverb says it best. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Teaching kids to earn does more than build work habits. It builds confidence. It helps them feel proud. It gives them control over their future. And it shapes a strong mindset that fights entitlement. So next time your child asks for money, pause. Offer them a task instead. Help them learn the value of hard work. Show them that every dollar comes with effort. That lesson will stick. It will give them a head start in life. Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Book summary, Chapter 6. Advice versus education. Ever wondered why some money tips fail you? It's because advice and education are not the same. Advice tells you what to do with your money. Education teaches you how to decide for yourself. That difference can change everything. When someone offers money advice, ask yourself a simple question. What's in it for them? A financial advisor might push you to buy certain stocks. They earn a commission if you follow their tip. They don't know which stocks will win. They only care about your trades. A banker will urge you to save or get a loan. Banks earn fees and interest from your debt. They make little from your savings. In both cases, you become their customer. They profit from your lack of financial education. Real power comes from financial education. Education is learning the language of money. It's knowing the words and how they connect. For example, income is one of the basic words. If you buy a rental property, you see income rise. It's clear and simple. You give rent, you get cash. You see the math. Debt is a trickier word. Many of us hear debt is bad. We learn to avoid it at all costs. But debt can be an asset. If you use a bank loan to buy a rental property, that loan can boost your cash flow. You pay back the loan over time. Meanwhile, your property brings in rent. That rent can cover the loan and add extra income. In this case, debt helps you earn more. Learning to see both sides is the heart of education. Debt can hurt or help. It all depends on how you use it. A millionaire might seem greedy to some. Others call that ambition. Seeing both views at once is a skill. It's one we need to teach our kids. Instead of giving money instructions, give kids the tools to decide. Show them how words like income and debt work. Teach them the relationship between assets and liabilities. Help them ask, how does this choice affect my future? When they learn to question and explore, they won't just follow advice. They will build their own smart money moves. That is the power of financial education. It gives children control. It lets them make choices with confidence, and it sets them up for real success with money. Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Book summary, conclusion. Pass it on. You've seen why a solid money education gives kids a real leg up. We learned that schools often miss this lesson. It's on us as parents to teach our children how money works. We talked about income, debt, and assets. We saw how monopoly games can turn into powerful teaching tools. You also discovered the 3 types of income: ordinary, portfolio, and passive income. You learned why passive income brings real freedom. We explored Maslow's idea of safety and how money lessons help kids feel secure. We even covered why giving handouts can lead to entitlement. Now it's time to act. Pick one night each week for financial education night. Play a money game. Talk about your family's budget. Set simple goals for saving and spending. Share your own money stories. Little steps each week add up to big changes over time. Your kids will grow up with confidence. They will know how to make smart choices with cash, and they'll thank you later for the head start you gave them. Listen the other book summary. Disclaimer: please check the description. Any digital copy of this content that is shared through piracy or downloaded without permission or uploaded on any online social media platform will be considered a clear violation of copyright law. Piracy is a serious offense and strict legal action will be taken against it. Additionally, copyright infringement may result in a strike against your YouTube channel or page, and it could even be deleted. Therefore, please do not engage in piracy or support it. This content has been created based on the references from the mentioned book. However, it may contain some unintentional errors or inconsistencies due to human or mechanical mistakes. If you notice any mistakes or inconsistencies, please accept our apologies and inform us through a comment, message, or email. If you enjoy this book summary and wish to gain complete knowledge of the book, then please consider purchasing the book from an online or offline bookstore and reading it. Thank you very much.